The modern Panathenaic Stadium that was built in a hollow between two hills on the left bank of the Ilissus is the exact site of the earliest known stadium built by Lycurgus for the Panathenaic Games of 331 BC. In AD 143, after 5 centuries of disregard, the stadium was restored in Panathenaic marble by Herodes Atticus, yet another splendid gift to the people of Athens from this, quote, Prince of Benefactors, quote, Brown. The stadium has a long parallelogram of 204 m in length by 33 m in breadth, and was strengthened on the outside by walls. Quote, on either side of the track were rows of seats, rising in tiers as in a theater, accommodating some 50,000 spectators and divided into two concentric zones by a broad dysomea. Quote, the track itself was made to be separated by a promenade, which gave access to the flights of steps by which the spectators reached their places. In ancient history, the pentathlon included foot racing, long jumping, javelin, discus, and wrestling. An athlete had to compete and win 3 of the events or games in order to be a successful winner. The athletes were named the pentathletes and were described as, quote, the most beautiful. They were naturally adapted for the exertion of their body, is swiftness of their foot. Quote, Jennifer Niels. Barefoot runners required no special equipment, but within other sports, the pentathletes had a variety of athletic equipment. Quote, track and field events were held at the Panathenaic Stadium. The stadium, originally built in 330 BCE, had been excavated but not rebuilt for the 1870 Greek Olympics and lay in disrepair before the 1896 Olympics, but through the direction and financial aid of George Avaroth, a wealthy Egyptian Greek, it was restored with white marble. The ancient track had an unusually elongated shape, with such sharp turns that runners were forced to slow down considerably in order to stay in their lanes. Around the 19th century, a designer known as Anastasios Metakakis reconstructed the Panathenaic Stadium. After a lapse of time, the Olympic Games were abolished in AD 393 by the Emperor Theodosius on the grounds that they were pagan, and the first International Olympic Games were held in 1896 with the participation of 285 athletes from 13 different countries.